The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 181. NASDAQ is up 23. S&P's up 14. Gold contract up $16.60, trading $18.78 an ounce. You get silver up 12 cents. $24.39 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 54 cents, $41.99 a barrel. We'll have those numbers out this morning, folks, 10:30. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year up 13 ticks, 138.01. The 30-year up almost a point at 171.18. But guess what, folks? You are going up, and that volume is contracting in a monster way compared to how we went south. And King Dollar up down 77 ticks, trading 92.966. The euro is at 118. The yen is at 105.24, and the British pound is at 131 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
Just another day and a crazy week in these markets, man. Flipping things around a bit with the Dow with some negative action for a change.
Yeah, it's changing out every day, man. There's no two ways about that.
Market's trying to figure out where it wants to go all over the place.
That's right. Let's get over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade. Think or Swim, as we do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And don't forget, folks, if you want to understand the option market, option strategies, futures, outstanding program, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time every trading day. If you haven't test-driven yet the Think or Swim platform, it's an outstanding platform, folks. You can do analysis on the platform, great execution. You're sitting on the site, hit the banner. Bring it up. They'll allow you to trade with paper money. You can follow Kevin and his team every trading day. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. You know, we have a lot to talk about today in terms of trading.
Yes.
But nothing sums up 2020 more than a rain delay at the opening of the Masters. I'll tell you, 2020, I am done with you. You can do a lot of things to hurt me. But if you give me a rain delay on day one at the Masters, that is unforgivable. All right, now let's get to business. Inflation data this morning, anemic.
Yeah.
You know, it's not surprising that the 10-year notes and bonds are rallying slightly and the 10-year yield is lower because that unchanged number on CPI was horrible. But jobless claims was a great number. And think about this, guys. From everything going on in this economy right now, this jobless claims number is within $500,000 of the normal range, 500,000 jobs of the normal range. So we're inching ever closer to pretty good numbers at 709,000 first-time filers for unemployment insurance. So lots of earnings today. Good names. Disney is the focus of today's show, so we'll be talking about that. But
nice.
All in all, this market consuming and digesting a lot of different stimulus, guys.
Yeah, and Disney, folks, is going to be coming out after the market close out here. Right. They're looking for $14.2 billion. They're looking to basically lose 72 cents. And, of course, I think what the market's going to be looking for is that, how are they down on streaming, right? I mean, that's,
right.
They came out of the gate in an incredible way. There's no doubt about that, man. It's
right.
like you talk about big numbers.
How much can their streaming help the catastrophic problem in their parks and their studios?
Right.
And, I think it's another big thing. The story within the story. They announced, they released Mulan on streaming.
Yes.
That movie. And I think it's important for them to describe how that went. Because
sure.
With what's going on with movie theaters right now, when will you be able to count on a movie theater for a release of a movie? So I think that's an important part of Disney's earnings release today was how that release of Mulan went.
And, there's no doubt. And our habits have changed. I mean, I think that, there'll be the great breakout. My take is that there's no doubt. People want to get the breakout for sure, meaning whether it's concerts, whether it's football games, baseball games, hockey games, okay? But other than that, I think things have still changed a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? Is that, So that whole streaming, like some folks think that the aspect, if you kind of put a movie into a movie house, you get a problem. Well, when I'm looking at that, I'm saying to myself, if they can get $5 a hit, and we're all at home, they give it to you free first, and then all of a sudden, hey, it's $5. Well, then all of a sudden, 100 million people go on. It's like, hey, guess what? We got this overnight. It's like, really?
Exactly.
The
real question, Tom, is people's habits.
Yes.
Right? And how have they changed for the good, for forever?
Yes.
How have they changed?
Right.
Right? So,
right.
Yeah, it's going to be, you're right. It's going to be very interesting. Other than the popcorn and the 55-gallon drum of soda, that you can watch a movie in your home, probably a pretty good alternative to going to the studio.
You can cook your own pizzas. You can sit there and groove. Hey, man, I like that.
You know what's interesting, just to add to it, though, getting over that mentality of the change of, because I'm a Disney Plus subscriber, so we have Mulan. We could have gotten it. We have kids in the house. $30, paying $30 for a pay-per-view. My head's not quite there yet. So we'll see.
$30.
It's just interesting. It makes sense because you're saving so much money. You got a family, right? That's what I said. And we have kids in my house. My fiance but $30 for a pay. My head. I'm stuck in pre-COVID realities of $30 for a pay-per-view. My goodness. But hey, the world has changed, man.
And Tom and I can tell you, Tommy, that if you take that same group of people to the theater, you're getting off cheap.
Yeah,
I agree. And that's why I laugh at myself. It's just this mental block of stuck in the, because you're exactly right, Kevin, man. You can spend $30 on popcorn. You get a couple over there. Seriously.
Right. But all these factors are going to be what plays out in Disney and their call. I mean, Disney has had a pretty great run. It had a great day Monday on the Pfizer and Eli Lilly news. So that's expectations. But, I mean, California is still a mess.
Yeah.
They're going to talk about probably layoffs and things like that. So there's a lot to go through with Disney. There's a lot of dust to settle before we decide on what direction the stock's going to go in.
No doubt. Hey, we have to go back to the Masters for a second. Now, I forget the guy's name. The kid that's 27, right?
Bryson DeChambeau?
Yes.
Yeah.
Folks,
I read that article you sent me. Go for it.
Kevin, did you see the article about so picture this, folks. Moneyball started. We know we got all the algo traders. Did you see, Kevin, what he did? So what happened with this kid, folks, right? He's a data freak. All his golf clubs are the exact same size. And he was walking into, I believe, Pebble Beach. And what was one of the greatest golfers in the world, like years ago? Was it Jones or... And
Bobby Jones?
Yes, and his clubs are there, and all his clubs are the exact same size. This article, Kevin, if you pull it on Bloomberg, it is it's so cool. And what it has
Can
to
I
do
just
with...
give it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. I thought you were...
Go ahead, Tom.
Well, I was going to say it adds to the fact that he used statistics to say, I'm going to drive the ball as far as I can. I don't care where the heck it goes, because guess what? Some of these courses, it's just advantageous. You lose strokes by ending up in the rough, but you're going to end up in the rough so often anyway that just crush it down the course, man. And he upped his driving distance from like 40 or 45 yards, which for a pro over 2 years is astounding. But he jacked up, got it done. He just won a major, right?
Yeah.
And he's coming into the Masters.
Won the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
U.S. Open, exactly. I knew.
It's
pretty cool. Analytics just saying, guess what?
Changing the game much like Tiger Woods did years ago.
That's right.
Matt said, crush it, man. Crush it.
And folks, this is what the option market's all about, and Kevin Hinks is all about.
Perfect.
You listen to this program, I'm telling you, man, it's freaking awesome. Kevin, you have a great weekend, safe weekend. We look forward to speaking next Tuesday.
Always a pleasure, guys. Thank you.
If you're not currently
Thanks,
using
Kevin.
the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials down 96. You get the Nasdaq up 45. S&Ps are down 6.5. And we will get oil, but because of the holiday, folks, oil is going to be coming out 11 a.m.
That's right.
Let's see. Crude.
So what are they looking for? For crude, you want the one? Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like we got whisper numbers. Look at that draw. Draw down to 4.4 million barrels. The survey number is 1.9 million. Interesting, right? That's a big numbers, man.
And you always get, which one is it that you get ahead of time? The API?
Yeah, the API would have come out, well, I guess last night, right? Yeah, but...
Or, I'm not sure if that...
It normally comes out the day before the... But
Let's see, it reported a draw of 5.1. There you go.
Really? Wow.
Yes. So there is the, that's where you see that lead. So API saw a draw of 5.1. Median analyst was about a draw of 2 million before that. So that brings it down to like minus 4.4. Crude's been quite a rocket ship, man, coming off the heels of good economic news. You know, exactly $6, which was interesting. Friday, 37.06. Wednesday, 43.06. And you're sitting within $1 of that high at 42.08 right now, man.
Where do you want to go?
Let's go 5 million minus.
Minus 5 million. Okay, minus.
We'll go round numbers, so minus 5,000.
Oh, let's see. How'd that do that? Minus 5. 1, 2, 3. Right. That's it.
Yep. We'll keep it simple. Round numbers. That API pretty on target, usually.
Okay.
And all things considered, though, I expect oil, man. I mean, it's pretty interesting, this 41.05 point going all the way back to the beginning of March when it fell apart. It's kind of just, this has been a magnet. No matter where it goes, higher or lower, $41, man. $40 seems to be pretty comfortable. And it's crazy how quick time goes. But you're talking about June 5th. We were back in that area, man. And it's 5 months, more than 5 months we've been sitting around that level.
Yes, no doubt.
Yeah.
And hey, how about, this is no doubt FISA, right? PFE. So
yeah,
this is a trip, folks, in itself that, FISA basically took the market tremendously higher. the equity itself, went from $36 up to 41, and then it, basically yesterday it came out that you had just about every executive at Pfizer selling stock on Monday. It's like, okay, man.
Yeah.
So look at this. So you get the chief executive officer pocketed $5.6 million. The latest executive to reap rewards of inside share transactions. He disposed of 130,000 shares Monday, according to filings with the SEC. And you know what? It's interesting, man. We can see, actually, I think we talked about this even on Monday, Tom, is that Pfizer wasn't as high as we thought it could have been. You know what I mean? When the market was up so dramatically.
Yeah, I mean, not often do you come out with news that you have a vaccine that's going to save the globe, and you're barely positive 5 or 10% even. But they're a mammoth company. Pfizer. Well,
that's it. There's something else in here that is not good.
I mean, they're a $210 billion company. How much are they really going to profit off of this?
That's right.
If you do it once, it's done. That's why health companies get so much flack, because they just treat the symptoms, not the cause, right? This is a case that they're going to treat the cause. It's going to be done. That revenue is going to be over once we eradicate this thing. Hopefully we do. I'm just throwing out ideas of why, you know what I mean? There's one product that they get to use once. Yes, they save the world, man. It's there's just so many different variables for a $210 billion company like Pfizer. They got a lot else going on besides this.
No doubt.
In there. Yeah.
So let's go take a look at Taseco. So Taseco, folks, TGB. TGB. 1 second. What you have here, I believe what you have here, and this is where we had talked about this before. That's down 16 cents. That might not seem like a lot, but it's a lot for an 82-cent stock. And I believe they're doing a secondary. And this is where look at this, too. This is interesting, man. Where's it go back to right down to the last place it had any volume, 82 cents. Let me just see what, I think they're doing a secondary. 1 second. Yeah. So they're doing, Taseco announces that the company's entered an agreement yesterday with Cantor Fitzgerald as lead underwriter, sole book runner, to purchase on a bought deal basis 27.7 million shares at 83 cents. There you go. That's what's happening. So there's targets that are wondering why this thing got hit. The danger on a lot of these equities is that they have these shelf filings. These shelf filings, and okay, so the question is it a buy? What I would do on a shelf filing like this, I'd let this sort out a bit, because what you have is that you're back to the breakout area of 82, but that means you can go to 59, because the bottom of that is 59. You know what I mean? Because there's going to be a lot of hurt out here, because anyone that bought it back to the 24th of July is now in a losing position. And let's see how much more they pushed out. You got 246 million shares outstanding, and I don't know if they've added on the other 25 million that they're pushing out. So I
want to jump back to Pfizer for 2 quick seconds, if I could, all right? Because some of it, this is part of a trading plan, but there's suspect actions in here just to bring people up to how it exactly went down. So you have, most of these CEOs, they have trading plans ahead of time to avoid accusations of insider trading, right?
Yeah.
What really gets suspect about this one, though, is that this was just signed and confirmed. Now, they throw February out in here, okay? But then what they have here is that it was in August that this was done for the CEO, I believe.
Okay.
And let me get the part. So on August 19th, and Borla, he's the CEO, correct?
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Albert Borla. Okay. On August 19th, they implemented his stock trading plan, okay, according to disclosures for the SEC. So it's been out there for 3 months, okay, almost. But here's the kicker. You already know a lot. August 19th is pretty recent, man, in terms of COVID vaccine development.
Sure.
The very next day, they issued a press release, additional phase 1 safety and immunogenicity data. So the very next day, they come out with a press release after the board allows him to sign a plan contingent on where they go. You think he had any idea? So when people information's important, man.
Yeah.
All right. You want to say, he didn't sell the shares yesterday because the stock spiked. This is the area that there's all sorts of shenanigans going on, folks, back in August.
Right.
So hopefully they look into that, because that's how people are going to fall back on it. The company's going to fall back. Spokesman for Pfizer said, that this was executives to be implementing or modifying. Anyway, you know the gist. They're going to say it was part of the trading plan.
Yeah.
Now you know where that trading plan came from, which is going to be the important rebuttal of that type of
It's like,
defense.
okay, you get a couple home runs that are coming up. And by the way, I'm going to sell my stock. It's like,
they had an early
why
indication.
why are you
We're
gonna
in
sell your
probability
stock
business.
If you had the home runs coming up. Yeah,
That's
not even close. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. We have the Dow Industrials down 159, Nasdaq's up 31, S&Ps are up 12.5, gold's up $17. You got the silver up 15 cents. Come right back, folks.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 155. You get the Nasdaq up 28. S&Ps are off 12. And where we live, folks, particularly in St. Pete, we missed a bullet last night. I mean, in a big way. So check this out, Tom, right?
Yep.
So we had a surge. I was down here at midnight, down at the docks at midnight, checking on my boat.
Okay.
And so what happened, thank God, okay, what happened here, folks, is this. This would be, if this ever happened in October when the water was hotter, it could have been a real problem. We had a surge, it was only about 3 feet, but it was enough that if you look at the coastline of St. Petersburg downtown, folks, okay, the water came right in. So I'm walking through the water up to my knees. It was just, I thought I was going to be in the middle of fishes, man. I mean, it was, but everything was fine. I mean, but we got whacked, man. I mean, but we missed the bullet. There's no doubt. That was a strange storm, man. It really was.
I just was going to say there's some good flooding, man. And I say good, not good, right? But
yes.
Some very dramatic flooding. I was not at my property in Tampa, but Bayshore had some big time flooding. I knew I'd be okay. My property, as in I'm lucky that I'm in the middle of South Tampa with an elevation of about 13 feet.
Yeah, right.
14 feet. But folks, even my elevation, 14 feet, my neighborhood, you start running the risk, like you said, where you put a big storm in here, man. I advise anybody, look into it, man. That site you put up there, firststreet.org. Because I'll be getting flood insurance next year. We're getting a storm that's causing flooding that turned into a hurricane in the middle of November, folks.
Yeah, I know.
All right, we're all in the probability business. You run the probabilities. You're going to be in your home 5, 10, 15 years. You run an example 15 years in a row. I don't want to take that chance because, man, it starts to become, it's the law of probabilities, right? Basically, you have to win your bet 15 years in a row, and your bet is that you're not going to get flooded, right? Well, when you start doing consecutive probabilities, folks, even if you're a 99% probability you won't get flooded, you want to win that bet 15 years in a row. I'll run it at the next break. It's not as high a likelihood as you'd think.
Oh no, listen, right where we were, okay. Like I'm on the municipal piers, folks. But the St. Pete Yacht Club is right next to us, literally like 50 feet. That was underwater by 3 feet.
I was surprised to see Bayshore with everything going on with how weak this is.
And it was a surge. It wasn't the wind was bad, but it was the actual surge. And what ended up happening is that the high, because I was there at midnight, because I knew high tide was at 11:15, so I wanted to see it then. Do you know what I mean? But pretty wild. And it's gone though, and now it's beautiful. So everyone get in a plane and come on down.
No, like Kevin was talking about in terms of California, seeing about Disney on my mind again. They got problems in Florida as well, man. We're in Florida. I don't have any plans of going to Disney World anytime soon as this second wave, third wave of COVID is spiking. And I said, to somebody yesterday, listen, it'd be one thing if we didn't have a vaccine. It was possible. It's not a guarantee, and you got to go on forever. Yeah, you can't live like this forever, folks. Social distancing, not going to parks. But that's not going to be the case. And I think that's what we found out Monday. So stay strong, because we'll get over this in the next 4, 6 months, year at the latest, I imagine, as they really push out this vaccine. So
no doubt.
Yeah.
So let's go take a look at the gold market out here. So, your client, we're up $20 right now. Now, I actually want to see gold inside 1908, somewhere around there. Because we came down so hard. What I'm doing there is I'm saying to myself, okay, from the last time that we had come down on September 21st. So it's like, okay, to me, that's a different range. You know what I'm saying? And we had been this lower range for a while, and then it got slammed. So we'll see how this baby is shaking out. If we go into the GDX and look at the GDX, that's not getting enough juice. There's no doubt. Yesterday we had a rejection. Yesterday with 22 million. 6 is a 36. Yeah.
Hey, so you gotta. I'm not sure if you caught my program this morning, but the Fibonacci numbers, man, they'll line up pretty well for this to be a nice level gold could bounce from. I mean, the 382 retracement, right? When you go all the way from the lows we had March 20th in COVID to the run we had, the highs in August, you were exactly at a 382, man. That low that we had on Monday came down to 1848. The Fibonacci 382 within 20 cents. 1847.80 is the 382, and we came to 1848. Yeah, and that was the same area we came down in September as well.
Right.
So
and you're taking the lows of June?
No, the lows of March. The full low, the low to high run it had.
Okay, cool. Okay, let me just do this.
The lows of March.
Yep.
To the highs of 2089. The full run, a 382 retracement.
Which is sweet. Yeah.
Is 1847.
Because that
I got it
also
up
means
there.
that it's really strong. When you only do a .382 retracement, bottom line is that's a strong run. Oh, I got it. I see. Cool, man.
The lows of March.
Yeah, look at that. There we go. Yep. Look at that, man. That's powerful. I like it. And, of course, you get the dollar. The dollar's still, basically having a hard time holding price, man. I mean, it keeps making the run. It keeps making the run, and tries to get up there. But each and every time that this dollar, bottom line, has tried to basically get out of this range, your first high out here on the dollar that finally made was 94.740. The second one was 94.285, So that September 1st level is just hanging out there in spades. There's no doubt. So,
and I was talking, talked about reasonable moves. I was just jumping around. So S&Ps, I was looking at yesterday. I said, if you're not a statistician, if you're not even from the planet Earth, and you've never seen a stock chart before, and you look at this chart in the S&P I have up here, and you say, where do you think the price is going to go next? Anybody can almost pick up this, consolidation in terms of from 3,200 to 3,550. We're right up near the end of it. In terms of where you could be. Now, what's remarkable here, man, is the Dow. How about, I didn't realize this, 4,000 points in 7 trading days. The Dow made from October 30th to the high of November 9th, man. 4,000 points in 7 trading days leading up to the election. So it wouldn't be the end of the world if we have a little bit of calm here. Towards the upper end of the S&P. The Dow just had 4,000 points. The Russell just made new all-time highs for the first time since 2018. And we have COVID cases spiking. We have New York about to shut down. I heard somebody on the news saying Chicago, one of the only areas right now where restaurants not even open indoors because of what they're dealing with. And so what's, I'm very optimistic about life 6 months from now, but stocks are going to struggle to look 6 and 9 months from now when we have a couple of earnings cycles. They're going to be pretty tough as things are shutting down.
Well, the wild thing, even yesterday, the market just shook off the aspect that when I was on the air, that's when it came across that you had New York shutting down the restaurants and gyms and all that. The market just said, so what?
The market should have been seeing that one coming, man. They only had to get above 3%, I believe. Man, Florida wishes we were at 3%, all right? We've been at 5 to 10% forever. So that was coming for New York, and maybe the market just kind of knew that was coming with the way that the cases are spiking, man. It's a sad truth, but yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials down 130. NASDAQ is up 42. S&Ps are up 8.5. Come right back, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com. Educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow down 110. Nasdaq is up 60. S&Ps are down 4.5. You just got a pop here in this NDX 100, no doubt.
Yeah,
it just,
all of them a little bit.
Yeah, it just launched over the highs. Pretty wild. And to go back to the Storm for a second, you know, folks, we get between the Tigers and the Tigresses out here, we got a great family. And I got to tell you, one of the Tigers, Al, sent me yesterday. If you want to understand when you're near the water. Well, yeah, near the water. Windfinder.com. Okay, this thing was freaking great. What it is that it has all. No matter where you are in harbors or waters or anything, it has all these devices that are in the water, and you can hit it from no matter where you are and understand what type of wind is coming in, where it's coming from. It was really helpful because I was keeping an eye on it all night before I went down to the docks. And, we were where St. Pete Harbor was basically a steady 35. You had a couple up to 40, but 35, that was kind of it, which was great. Do you know what I mean? 35 you can handle, man. You start hitting 45 and you get a gust, you're in trouble. But
sure.
it was pretty cool. It's pretty cool
nice.
how they
pulled it up. I got it up on my chart. St. Pete's got 16 miles an hour right now.
Right now, yeah. Oh, and then what ends up happening when the storm's in, folks? Like right now, you can see it just a little. If you're watching Tiger TV, we got it up. When the storm's in, it was awesome. You could watch the storm swirling, and what you could do is you could hit the other ones that are around it to show, okay, it's 45 here, it's 35 here, it's 50 here. So you really could get a grasp on what was going on. So I want to thank them, man.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool, man. So let's see. Let's go into the NDX and see. Oh, where do you see this? At the NDX, folks, it's Alibaba's competition that is up 20% this morning. Look at this. I can't pronounce this freaking name, man. It's
Pinduoduo.
Yeah, I should be able. It's pretty cool. Pinduoduo. Okay.
There you go.
So you're up $22 to 133. They came out with their numbers last night. This is the competition of Alibaba, and
okay.
look at that, man.
It's quite a pop.
Oh my God. Let's see. So what they do here? Okay, so the revenue up 89% year over year. The estimate, look at this. The estimate was $12.21 billion. They did 14.21.
Yeah, this is Juan, but
yeah, Juan. Yeah. And the ticker is PDD, folks.
Yeah, huge percentage beat, man, for sure.
Yeah, the active users plus 50% year over year.
Yep.
Big number, man. And
monthly active users is 643 million. That's like double the population of America, man.
Wow. I know.
So, yeah, that's a big number for sure.
China's just so huge, man. And
it is. How about those numbers on Singles Day, right? What did it come in with? Like $76 billion US this is that they did in that 24-hour period.
Yep.
I think they stretch it over a couple days now. Singles Day, Prime Day, right? They're all 2-3 days. They're going to turn into weeks. But just staggering in terms of $76 billion in a couple days. And even if they're taking orders ahead of time, that's still $76 billion that company took in, man. Amazing.
Huge cash flow, huge. Some of the higher volume equities out here today, and we'll see whether they get any volume. You don't get anything big up here. Modera, that's up $3.40.
So that's an interesting one. Did you see that they came out and they have, it looks like, I forget if it's 40 or 50 people in their study who have contracted the virus, which is going to give them the ability to come out with an interim data analysis.
Hey, say that again,
Tom.
Say that again.
So, sure. So I'm trying to find the article as I talk to you about it. Here it is. So Moderna poised to take vaccine spotlight with data due. So the only silver lining about cases spreading so rapidly is that these vaccines are getting data very quickly because we have so many cases hitting.
Right.
They need cases to get data. So they've accumulated, this is Moderna now, has accumulated more than 53 infections, allowing a preliminary analysis of the effectiveness to begin. They didn't predict how long it could take an independent monitoring committee to analyze the data, but said the company should get the data to the committee within days. So you're going to get an announcement on the effectiveness of their vaccine probably within days. And I would guess that with everything at stake, this does not take long, right? As in how much data, and there's a lot, I'm sure. But the important part is how many people who are getting the vaccine got COVID, how many people getting the placebo got COVID, and what were the adverse effects possibly of the people that got the vaccine. Not something that takes months to pour over, I don't think, when you get all the data in your hands. So we'll get that information, but the market liking the fact that already they have some good data that allows them to progress. So that's what's hitting them today. Yeah. And
it will be interesting to see if they come up with that in the middle of the day and what that will do to the marketplace, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I got to look at this NASDAQ again, man. This is interesting. I mean, when you get a spike like this, all of a sudden it just spiked and gave it up in spades. I mean, we just went to 975, and then it just gave up 20 points. It's like, really? That's pretty wild, man. I mean, you know, the NASDAQ futures, folks, are something else, man. I mean, they're just, 20 points and 50 points is like nothing in the NASDAQ futures. It's just crazy, man. But,
Kevin Hinks was talking about yesterday, I think it was, some of these heat maps, right? I mean, Look at these heat maps, man, for the NASDAQ 100. Mammoth, right? Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, Tesla, NVIDIA is a big one that doesn't get a lot of talk, and even Zoom with their acceleration. I mean, look at that, the size. That's a huge size compared to where it was. It shows up, which is hard to do in this map.
Yes.
But even when you jump it over to the S&P 500, man, you're still clobbered by the likes of Microsoft, Apple, Google, Facebook, Amazon, again, NVIDIA, right? Home Depot, Lowe's up here. Again, compared, though, to the Russell 2000, check that out. Quite the different story when you start talking about the Russell in terms of how many companies are in there. I don't even recognize the biggest of the batch up
in
here.
very small weightings, right? Yeah,
right. They're all contributing in some fashion. The tiny companies. We're talking about market caps. I'm zooming in. 500 million for a market cap. You get down here, 178 million. Even the biggest of the big, we're talking about only 10 billion, 8 billion. 8 billion, versus 2 trillion, 1.5 trillion, et cetera. So pretty interesting to see how those companies dominate everything. And that's just to say, when the NASDAQ 100, what made me think of it is that, you see the NASDAQ 100, we're up 60 points. These companies, they're worth so much money. They're just trying to figure out what happens when that vaccine, because I don't see a lot of pain. Yeah, there might be a little bit of a decrease, right? You might not buy everything from Amazon, but like you were saying to Kevin, man, our habits have changed.
We've changed.
Once you get the credit card in the store, right? You just hit the button, all that stuff. We are creatures of habit, man, and so Yeah.
Especially me.
I am as well. It doesn't fall far. Exactly.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Dow Industrial's down 118. NASDAQ is up 42. S&Ps are down 7. We'll come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that will take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 110. NASDAQ is up 30. S&P is off 7.5. 11 o'clock, those numbers are going to be coming out, folks, in the oil market. And, we're at minus 5 million, right?
That's right. Minus 5 million barrels. That's what we'll be looking for.
Cool, man. And then here, do we do this quick? NG, the natural gas.
I think natural gas actually came out at 10:30. I'm not sure if we did get. We're back above $3. It looks like, so we had a little bit of volatility, but we're at 303 right now. I have for natural gas. I think we might have gotten inventories for them. Some reason, man, maybe it's just late enough in the week that natural gas comes out at regular time, even with a federal holiday earlier in the week usually.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, well, can't do it quick enough. Bottom line, we're at $3, though. That's $3 a lot better than $2 and $1.54, right?
Totally. Exactly, man. We were at $1.44, exactly.
Wow. Crazy, man. Unreal. And it's going to get interesting here. You see the NASDAQ getting a little bit weaker. But the S&P isn't. You know, the S&P at one point was down 10, 15. Now the NQs are only up 45. That's intriguing, particularly because we got that pop getting over the highs. And what that very well could be, folks, is that, you know, whether it's an algo trader, whether it's a trader in general, like seeing, okay, are there any more buys up there? And evidently there weren't any more buys over the highs of that consolidation out here this morning. You know, so.
And you know what? We didn't get to talk about it really today, but Kodak had their numbers earlier in the week, man. You should take a look at this. They lost $450 million. Somebody mentioned this to me earlier today. It's just remarkable. This company still, man, is up from nothing, and they're losing $500 million. But
right.
Anyway.
And we'll talk about this tomorrow because their executives got away with murder, literally.
Same deal. That's what made me think about it. I'm having a discussion with friends, and I didn't realize that they're still losing almost $500,000, man, a quarter. Whew.
Wow. $500 million, right?
Yes, $500 million. Thank you. Yes, yes. Man, I know.
Stay right there, folks. Think of Slim's coming up next. Basil Chapman, see you.